Dedicated to your dream, even if it's just one. Do it for your fans, even if it's just one. Dedicated to your dream, even if it's just one. Do it for your fans, even if it's just one.
Peace and love, everybody. Thank y'all for tuning in today. Today I wanted to come with a free form video, just flow today, and I wanted to talk about dreams. So I wanted to talk about dreams because I've been dreaming a lot lately, having lucid dreams, non-lucid dreams, vivid recall, vivid dreams. They've been more so like movies. And I've been dealing with, having dreams for some years now. I remember years ago I had my first lucid dreams. I was lucid dreaming so crazily that I was actually moving in my sleep. My wife, she kind of let it go on because she know that I was taking some herbs actually at that time to help induce a lucid dream. And the herbs work very, very well, very, very well. And like I said, so well that I was moving, my actual body was moving while I was having a dream. And the reason I had started taking the lucid dream supplement, which wasn't really a supplement, it was some herbs that I had taken from a master herbalist. And I had taken those because my dreams were already vivid, but they wasn't lucid. So I wanted to take my dreaming to the next level. It was just like a playground for me, if you will. And I had a lot of fun in my dreams, so much so that I always look forward to settling down at night and dreaming. Dreaming is that fun, it's amazing, it's a lot to learn. So today, I kind of just wanted to talk about dreaming, why we dream, and how to induce dreams. And I'll give that at the end. I'll give like a basic essential oil recipe. And then I'll also tell you about a herb that a lot of people use to induce dreams and lucid dreaming. So I guess the first thing I could talk about, we dream for a lot of different reasons. So there's like a number of reasons that I'm gonna go over why we dream. And each reason a person may experience at any given time, depending on what's going on in their life. The first reason we dream, I actually got from a book called The Tibetan Yogas of Dream and Sleep. And this book is actually a very deep book on really the universe, actually, and the dimensions that exist in the known universe, whether we know them or not, but the dimensions that exist, the known ones based on things that we know, like the second and third dimension, but also the other dimensions and realms where different entities and archetypes live. But it talked about one of the main things that I think people need to understand. The reason when we dream, this is one of the reasons we dream. We dream because we really can't control our minds. And so a lot of times your dreams are a compilation of things that you experience through your life, through your day, things that you've seen, things that you've read, and a lot of the times things that's weighing heavy on you and the things that's in your subconscious mind. So like the book put it, your mind is like a horse with running wild with nobody at the reins. So when you go to sleep, that's why you can have all of these far out dreams, these wild dreams that seem wild because it's like you may have things that don't make sense in your dream. That's your mind putting together a whole bunch of thoughts and concepts in your mind and making a motion picture of it. And so you'll see, maybe you having an argument with your wife or something, and now she's in your dream, and you know, arguing with her, or maybe you're not arguing, or maybe you know, was out at an amusement park today, and in your dream you're having an amusement park. A lot of times it could be, you know, things that you really felt emotionally strong about during the day or the week, and those things come back up in your dream and they're presented to you in a specific way. So that's one of the main reasons that people dream, is because the mind is trying to work out different things. It's like learning. They say when you learn something new, you should take a nap, because your mind gets the opportunity to process it. It kind of works the same way when you're dealing with dreams. When you go through things during the day, you experience different things. When you go to sleep, your mind, you know, is running wild and is trying to make sense, or you know, of the things the things that affects you most throughout the day. So it strings all these pictures, these thoughts and feelings and emotions up into a moving, you know, emotion picture, and you get it as a dream. So that's one of the reasons that you dream. Um, Another reason you may dream is to work on something personal or internal. Um, so a lot of times, like for instance, someone I hear a lot of uh, creators, people who create things, invent things, or or find solutions to problems. They found them in their dreams. So you could be working on a problem, you can't figure it out. You go take a break. Your mind is always working. That's one of the things here on this low realm. The mind is always working. It's always moving. It's trying to figure out things. So you trying to work out a math problem. You can't figure it out. You go take a nap. In your nap, your mind is still working on the problem. You wake up and you got some type of aha. Let me go try that. Or sometimes, you know, you may be trying to create a new formula, you know, a herbal formula. Like me, I'm a herbalist. A lot of times I get herbal formulas in my dreams. I mean, musicians. I've been a musician in my life, and I know of other musicians, and I'll find out a tune, some words in my dream, and when I wake up, I have it. I still have it, and a lot of times you gotta grab hold of it quick, or you can forget it, because the dreams are fleeting. So that's another reason we dream. We dream because our mind is trying to um, work out a problem, or you know, trying to give us some hint at something that we're dealing with. You know, and I guess that's the beauty of dreams, because they can provide us with tangible results in the waking world. You know. So that's another reason you dream, is to try to solve issues, you know, be inspired. You find inspiration in dreams. You know, you might find solutions to problems in dreams. You may find a way past your writer's block or your creative block by way of your dreams. And your dreams is just a combination of your subconscious mind putting things in order in a certain way that can reveal new information and insights to you. So that's another reason we dream. The third reason you may dream is really to visit past, present, or the future. A lot of people dream and they see things that happen at a later time. You know, some people dream and they go back to things that happened before. And we can go to and some people dream, and it's kind of, there's like a overarching theme between all of these reasons why we dream. If you dream about the present, you could be dreaming, you know, about what's taking center stage in your life at the moment. And so when you go to the past, you might be trying to deal with unresolved emotion. So you can literally dream about a time that you were in the past. You might be trying to find closure, Or you just might be going back to a part in your life where you felt safe, reliving or re-experiencing a particular part in your life where you felt happiness or maybe even sadness. So we dream to travel, or our dreams can also take us to past, present, and future. We've heard of many people from in spiritual cultures. I mean, the religious cultures and Christianity and Hindu and African stories and folklore and just passed on history where people have had dreams that they were going to do something. And these dreams that you have about your past, present, or future can actually affect you in your waking life, because some person may dream that they were king. So they might wake up and they might go and pursue kingship with an undying into an undying end. Some people may dream that they were famous, so they may go around and pursue fame. Others may dream that they were some initiate or enlightened one, and they go on to pursue knowledge because they had a premonition in their dream that showed them this was their future. And that's another reason we dream. We dream to go through these past, present, and future experiences, and get deal with things. So a lot of times I've had dreams of the future before. I've seen things in my dream, and then whether it was a week, month, a day later, these things were there. And you may get, sometimes that's the cause of deja vu. See, a lot of people don't remember their dreams. And really, we could talk about dreams on a whole different level, because there's, stories of the beings who control our reality trying to control our dream state. So that's why a lot of people forget their dreams, because you have a lot of power in your dreams. And so they don't want you to be really supremely conscious in there. There's even a storybook that I'm reading my children right now called Swords and Scales. And in that storybook, there's a group of beings who put these people in a dreamlike state. And in this dreamlike state, they give them this matrix. They think they're awake, but they're not. So dreams have always been important for gaining access into other realities or merging and bridging gaps between our realities. So that's another reason we dream. We have dreams, and we are able to go to past, present, and future. See things that can happen in the future, or deal with things that happen in the past, and even potentially change our reality based on these dreams that we have about the past, present, or future. We may go to the past and we may reenact the conversation that we had with some people and then we may actually see things or hear things that we didn't hear the first time we were experiencing it, when we was in what we call the waking state. So another reason, this is the fourth reason that we dream. We dream to travel and connect to ourselves in the multiverse. And how do I know that? Because you got all these movies, and one movie that I highly recommend, highly recommend it, is Everything Everywhere All at Once. It came out in the year 22. It's one of the best movies that I ever seen when it comes to the concept of the multiverse. And we got, Marvel and its concept of the multiverse. But really, these ideas actually come from ancient, groups of people who already knew that you existed in multiple forms. There's a multiverse here right on Earth. But when you go to sleep, sometimes you will see yourself in unfamiliar territories. You may see yourself on a whole nother world and a whole nother planet. Doing things and experiencing things. You might be trying to run from somebody, escape from somebody. You might own a business. You might be wealthy. You might be living with aliens. You might be flying through the sky. These are you in other dimensions, other verses, other multiverses that's out there. like the movie The One. If you ever seen the movie The One with Jet Li, he existed in all these different universes, but there was one being that actually wanted to kill off himself in all the other universes so he can be the only one of him, which is very esoteric actually. But I'm trying not to get too far into to deeper things because this video will go way longer than I need to. But really, when you dream and you see yourself in other realities, other verses, that's you in the multiverse. And actually, you can pull down knowledge from yourself in the multiverse. You can help and assist yourself in the multiverse. And a lot of times when you do that, you can actually benefit all of yourselves and all of the multiverses because you're out there trying to achieve the goal of enlightenment. Really, is what everybody want to achieve. Happiness, which can be only true happiness can be obtained through connection with the all, but everyone's trying to have a different route about going that way. And that's a whole nother discussion too, because, we have these different beings, we call them good and bad, but really a lot of times good and bad are just people who are trying to obtain the same goal, but have different routes of going about it. So if it's not the route that resonates with you, you call it bad. All right, and if it's not the route that resonates with them, they see you as the enemy and see you as bad. And that was one of really the eye openers of this world, helped me to see more higher truths. Okay, so I don't know how long I got on my camera, so I'm just keep going in. But it's a possibility also that you might be an evil person in one of your multiverses as well. So but of course, if you see yourself out there and you tapping into yourself in another multiverse or somebody chasing you, I'm sure you want to get out of that. That might cause a nightmare. People wake up out of those dreams instead of becoming lucid in those dreams and actually take control of those dreams. So those were 4 reasons why we dream. And so now I'm going to go into some ways to induce dreams. Now, of course, ways to induce dreams, you have to make sure you're getting out in the sunlight during the day, because sunlight releases the neurotransmitters that actually help you to get into a deeper sleep during the night. And the deeper sleep that you can get into, the better sleep that you will have. And the deeper your sleep goes, the better dreams you will have, and actually the better you'll be able to recall your dreams. So the first step is to get out more outside during the day and get in contact with the sun and get all of that light codes in you, so that you'll be able to reproject that light out in the darkness once you're sleeping and you're in the dream state. Another way is actually to use a diffuser and use essential oils. And I want to give a recipe. This is a simple recipe that I use. Now you can go online and you can find lucid dream essential oil products that's already blended together that you can use, or you can just go out and buy them. There's different ones. This is a basic, simple one, but it's still effective. So I wrote the essential oils down you'll want to get, and you can put an equal amount of all of them into a diffuser, depending on how big your diffuser is. They are different sizes, but just read the directions, find out however many drops you can put in that particular diffuser, and then just take these herbs and divide this many herbs. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 herbs. Divide however many drops you put on your diffuser by 5, and then put that number of essential oils of each one. That many drops in the essential oils, each one of these essential oils. So the essential oils are clary sage, sandalwood, lavender, chamomile, and eucalyptus. A lot of times people use these singly, but if you combine them together, they have a different effect. Essential oils are very potent, and then they're for medicinal purposes, they're for vibrational purposes, and they do things on a whole nother scale that scientists couldn't possibly explain or even know. Even if they knew, they couldn't probably still explain how it works. Sometimes you don't need to know how it works. You could just use it if it works, like anesthesia. Doctors say all the time they don't know how anesthesia works. They do not. They just know that it does work and they use it. And sometimes you just use what works. That was one of Bruce Lee's famous sayings: use what works and stay open-minded. So once again, that's clary sage, Clary, sage, Sage. Then you want to use sandalwood, which is the supreme essential oil. Then lavender, chamomile, and eucalyptus. Equal amounts of these in your diffuser at night while you're falling asleep. And then the other thing you can do is use the dream herb, which is Kala Zakatachichi. Okay, I'll spell that. You could just type dream herb on Google, it'll pop up. I got the spelling right here: CALEZATECHICHI, and that's Kala Zakatachichi. Okay, Kale Zakatachichi. This is a very bitter herb. It's very, 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 very bitter. More than likely, you will not be able to take it into a tea like some people tell you. And I'm saying this as a herbalist who has tasted some of the most bitter herbs known to man. And I can handle them. But this one, I'm telling you, even if you go out there and research it, that's one of the first things you're going to find is that it's hard. You probably won't be able to get it down. It's very bitter. And no amount of honey, all right? you have to put a blood rising, dangerous amount of a blood sugar rising, dangerous amount of honey into it to try to have some effect, and it still won't affect it. There's no sweetener that can sweeten this. So my personal way that I like to take it is in capsules. And I'm a herbalist, so I always got things around. I ain't planning to have this around, but you can go online and get yourself a little capsule maker like this and get some herbs. All right, got some little herbs on there. You see a little dust. I'm always making herbs, so you can get something like this. Look, this is a 24 capsule encapsulator is what it's called, and you can actually just get you some herbs and use a coffee grinder and ground it up. Or I'm sure they probably sell the dream herb powder out there. I bought fresh herbs or dried dream herb, and I used a coffee grinder or miller to grind mine up into a fine powder, and then I encapsulated it. And at night, about 30 minutes before I go to bed, I just take 2 of the capsules. And this herb has been reported to help people lucid dream. I've definitely had experience with it where I had great dreams. I was able to have more vivid dreams and things like that. So with these two combined, you guaranteed to, even if you're not dreaming at all, this can be a way to induce your dreams. So if you want to dream again, and you're not dreaming, this is the way. And then in the morning, start recalling your dreams and write your dreams down in a notepad. Keep a dream journal. And the more intimate you get with that process of dreaming and writing your dreams down, the more dreams come to you, and actually the more clarity you'll get from these dreams and what they mean. So thank y'all for tuning in today. I hope y'all learned something. Again, happy dreaming. Peace and love.